Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We are in our war with Spain, and we're about to kick off another war with uh, the Zulu uprising down here, but that shouldn't be a problem. Hey! There's property women. Excellent. There's the war with the Zulu uprising. That should be solved really soon. And then we'll send this army off to deal with the Fluvial Bantu uprising next. Production and agitation. In collaboration with the Progressive Party, Samuel Bolkow has secured a deal for cheap and quickly distributed pamphlets in support of the party. The interior of the carriage held a pleasant surprise, a crate of several thousand pamphlets printed on an industrial scale, each with instructions on the voting process and a cheaply copied logo of the Progressive Party. They made a hefty weight, and he hoped would turn out to be an equally sized benefit. Bury our opponents this sea of paper, 20% momentum, where the connections could be used later. Samuel Bolkow gets ambitious. I'm going to do the first one. Bolkow's been hanging around a long time, and he's not gotten ambitious yet. So there's the secession popping off. Spain is in default once again, probably from paying Portugal huge piles of cash. And there's the elections. So, the Portuguese Catholic Center continues to hold most things. Let me see. I could pull the Historic Party in if I wanted to, but I don't. What if I pulled the Progressives in? Yeah, no, that's not going to work. Alright, and, alright, so I'm just going to keep the government exactly the way it is. We've almost taken over. We're at 50% for the Zulu uprising. The Zulu uprising has not managed to muster any actual forces, so this should be completely fine. And there's the end of that. So, next we'll take the Army of East Africa. We'll send them over here to deal with the Fluvial Bantu uprising. There's a peasant revolt in Braganca, but that doesn't concern me whatsoever. So we'll just let it go. Greece is balanced on things. I'm gonna actually offer them knowledge sharing, because that's gonna bring their liberty desire down, and I think I need that. There's conveyors. Excellent. So that lets me use oil instead of coal for a bunch of these automation methods. I think that's going to be useful, because I've got a lot of oil that I'm not using. So, how can I... Let me see. Assembly lines. Oh, that's oil and electricity. Oof. That's quite a bit. It's a lot of levels of electricity. So if I swap these... Oh my goodness. I need a bunch of electricity in a lot of places. Let me leave that for a later point. Yeah, we'll leave that for now. That's just a lot of math I don't want to necessarily deal with. Traditional states don't wish to invest in you right now. Spanish mass immigration, wonderful. Philippines wants to... Wait, are you independent? Possibly you are. No, you're still a Spanish Dominion. Curious. Ukrainian mass immigration. Wonderful. I don't want to invest in Egypt, so that's fine. And the flu pandemic is finally complete, which is great. That's just fine. I'm very pleased. I've been partially occupied. So that means I am probably due to bail out of the war pretty soon at this point. Yeah, my war sport's going down pretty fast. So I'm going to be out before too long. No thanks, Philippines. Let's let it be for a bit. I'm just going to let it be. I'll hold in the war as long as I can, but realistically, it's not viable in the medium or long terms. So, let me see. I have lost about 200k dead and 325k wounded. That's not ideal, but it's not that much of my population. It would have been a lot prior to me bringing Brazil in, but it's I don't know that it's modest, but you know, it's survivable. Mission to Africa. A group of Christian missionaries. Oh, they got a bunch of Brazil as well, that's why. Want to bring the salvation of the Gospels to our colony in Botswana, over in here. I do not believe that everyone is entitled to salvation because we must be free to reject it, but I do believe everyone is entitled to the choice. We must not, cannot, sit idle in the United Kingdom while there are yet unenlightened heathens in this world. If the colonial project truly is a moral one, as you claim, then surely all moral instruction must begin with this choice. Spreading the true faith is a vital part of the colonial project. Stronger Catholic Church, extra conversion, extra migration. Or we are there for the glory of the United Kingdom, not the glory of God. Weaker Catholic Church. I'm going to go with the first one. Stronger Catholic Church is fine with me. We got the thing with the Fluvial Bantu people about to pop off. I can definitely... they are not yet mobilized, so I can definitely win this with a minimum of fuss and bother. Guatemala is in default. That's fine. Alright, now we are out of the war in Spain. We're about to be out of the war in this uprising. And there we go. So that's significantly improved our finances. We're back on middle taxation. We've fallen to number 6 in the great power rankings, which I'm a little sad about. I think we can get back from that by improving our armies, and more importantly, our navies. We got 6 months till we got sea lane strategies, and I'm going to do a big rework of our navies at that time. Revolt going on in Hawaii. It seems like nobody's actually involved at this time, so I'll just stay not involved. Ottoman Empire wants it. No, thank you, Ottoman Empire. I don't desire that. This is not in our interests. Wow, we got a stonking thick Darfur. I think Darfur won a battle against Egypt or someone at some point. Oh no, this is former British territory. I wonder how that happened. That's quite curious. Extremely curious. Now, what if I took over Zosa? Oh, that's a huge amount of infamy. Never mind. 21.7. That's way too much. Let's take a look at our... Let me see. Where's Greece? Greece is still pretty high in... Okay, alright. I haven't annexed any powers recently. So Greece is now going down in Liberty Desire really fast. 0.25 per week, which means they'll be down below 75 in about... Maybe not before the end of the year, but very, very soon. Alright, I'm feeling very pleased by that. And Sweden has an aristocratic revolt popping off. Germany? I don't know why you're unhappy with me. We should be better friends. Austria-Hungary, I don't know why you're unhappy with me. We should be better friends. Italy, you're happy with me. We should be better friends anyway. Don't want to support anyone's independence right now. I'm just trying to chill. I'm just trying to chill, get my finances back to where they should be. Which, again, we're very close. We just need another... We're basically going to the end of the year with our current financial situation before we start building again. Because economy is shooting upward. Just huge. We do have some transportation shortages that I should deal with. And an electricity shortage in El Entejo. Alright, so I need to deal with these. So Togo... Togo. Togo is what it is. I'll build a railway here. Zambia, Sao Paulo, Rio de Janeiro. So Zambia... here. Sao Paulo is here. How much short are we? We're short by quite a bit. Rio de Janeiro. How much are we short by? We're short by about 100. Alright, that should be fine. And then Alentejo. How much are we short in electricity? A bunch. Like 5 power plants. Alright, that should be fine. Plenty of work to be done here. Alright, so fascist Spain has taken over Spain. Can I improve relations? I cannot. Not a problem. Insubordinate jingoist. An officer in our African colonies has intentionally provoked a confrontation with Botswana, despite instructions to keep the peace. We can either save face by going along with the officer's plot, or recall him, admit that we lost control of the situation, and upset the jingoists. Never mind the missives of weak-minded fools in the capital. Everything I have accomplished during these campaigns was done in spite of the ministry, not because of it. We have no choice but to attack, huge increase in tension, or recall the officer and end this madness, reduce prestige, armed forces unhappy. I'm going to go with the first one. I can definitely win that fight. And if I win the fight, I get colonization rights, and I'm completely fine with that. So that's kind of how we'll do at the moment. Wow. Ah, right, because we were getting a bankroll from Spain. Oh my goodness, Spain's purple now. Spain, what are you purple? Napoleon Denisel. Golly. Democratic Republic run by the industrialists and the landowners. A landed voting parliamentary republic. Ooh, Danish mass immigration. Wonderful. Really trying to get standard of living up. Trade agreement? Don't mind if I do. Are they still wary? They're still wary. Interesting. Alright. And there is... Oh, no, it's somewhere else. It's an uprising in Braganca. A communist uprising, no less. Not a problem. Definitely have the capacity to deal with that. Not an issue. As opposed to all this other stuff, which I have neither the capacity nor the interest in dealing with. I'm based and don't get involved pilled. French Empire changed their logo? No, they're still... Charles Marat. That's someone else completely. What is happening over here? Imperial Circle. Weird. I thought they were Napoleonic, but they're not. This guy's a traditionalist. What are they doing? They're doing universal suffrage monarchy with oh, that's right, because they... Oh, that's right. That's right. They were... They got regime changed. They were the... They were the Paris Commune, and then they got regime changed by the Europeans. That's very funny, actually. Slavery and colonial labor. Despite our proclaimed goal of ending the slave trade in Africa, recent reports suggest that laborers in Vrystaat are, in all but name, slaves under our colonial administration. The young man, who had been scribbling furiously, suddenly seemed lightheaded and gestured to the interpreter to stop. You'll have to excuse me. This must all be documented, but being new to the continent, I'm not accustomed to hearing of such savage behavior. The interpreter seemed confused for a moment and turned back to explain the interruption. The old local man he was interviewing responded, and the interpreter turned back to the young man. He says he was not accustomed to it either until your countrymen arrived. This hypocrisy, these abuses must end. Reduce plantations throughput, landowners salty, increase standard of living for lower strata. Or it may seem similar, but the hard work we provide builds character, angry trade unions, and intelligentsia. I'm going to go with the first one. Couldn't give fewer fucks about the landowners. Aristocratic revolt in Kalat. Can I get myself a subject? No? Then it doesn't matter. Very nearly full up on relations with Germany. After that, I think it's back to Austria-Hungary. Russia is still a rival, which I don't love, frankly. I could definitely live with not being their rival anymore. Things are going really well with Germany. Tolerably well with France. I think France keeps getting infamy, and that's why our relations keep decaying. Something like that. Maybe events or something. Nobody's getting involved in this, which is just fine. I don't need anybody involved in that. And there's sea lane strategies. Beautiful. So, here's what we got. Oh, right, the Suez Canal Company. Well, hopefully this will change that. So, I've got 36 monitors. I'm going to cut one. And we need 35 levels of scout cruisers. Let's make it a nice even 40. Oh, nope. Scout cruisers. A nice even 40. We'll probably cut the torpedo boats after, but for the moment we'll get those built. And then we'll get rid of this. There we go. The monitors completely. Because scout cruisers are basically the meta. They're incredible for light ships. Alright, so North Germany. Don't need to be improving relations. Austria-Hungary, let's be better friends. Hopefully getting up to amicable with a bunch of European powers will also help things out. I should improve relations with Spain as well. I don't have the capacity. There's the end of communist bullying again. Don't need to deal with this thing going on in Champasak. I can just ignore it. What about Benin? Benin is a subject of the French Empire. That's fine, don't need to deal with that. Sierra Leone is independent but guaranteed by Germany, so I can't go and take them over. I'm sad that I lost the Roman Republic as a subject. Those guys were fun. Alright, so Greece continues to fall in Liberty Desire. I think all my other subjects are going to be falling in Liberty Desire, so I think I'm going to start at least making dominions out of puppets for the moment. Give myself a little bit of extra diplomatic pact income. All of these railways are nearly built, so this means there's the Tswana uprising. That's just fine. The Army of East Africa can come and deal with it. And there's oil in Sao Paulo. Encourage this trend. Oil is the future. Let me see. Something going on in Tahiti. I can't be bothered with that. That's an internal French affair, frankly. So now we're building these naval bases. This is going to give us just a bunch of scout cruisers. Maybe I went for 20 instead of 40. Yep. I was holding the wrong button. We'll queue in a bunch more. So scout cruisers are incredible. They'll also create a bunch of demand for ironclads that should help our Suez Canal Company become more profitable. But it's really the shipyards that are having a bit of a hard time. Because steamers, the demand for steamers is pretty low. I gotta be able to export steamers. Export some to Italy at least. Insufficient construction for construction pool? You gotta be kidding me. 25 million. Incredible, I didn't even realize, and I'm using all of it. Well, gosh, and also golly, we know what to do, I suppose. Ottoman Empire wants an embassy. You know what? Sure. You can get your recognition back, Ottoman Empire. That's chill. All right, let's build up some construction industry. Let's see. And then we'll build some up in Rio de Janeiro. And Minas Gerais. Let me see, how much of an expansion is that? That's a huge expansion. That's a huge expansion, but I think it's the right call. Alright, cool. So these will get built really fast because construction industry builds really fast. Oh my goodness. War goals everywhere. Let me see. This is a revolt in the Netherlands that I actually do need to deal with. So we'll go ahead and send the Ejército Portugués to deal with that. This is the Tijuana affair, and this is they're all getting involved in Oceania. Let me see. Bengal wants to conquer West Micronesia, the Solomons, French Eastern New Guinea, and Tasmania. And then France wants Sambas and to liberate Manipur and Karen. Interesting. I'm going to keep an eye on this, because I might need to get involved over here. If I can get a huge pile of cash out of it, I may just. No thanks, Ottomans. Alright, so if I went with France, they wouldn't give me cash. They wouldn't give me a war goal I really want. So I'll probably let it go. There's the Tijuana thing. I think I can deal with that. Ooh, number of radicals is down really far, actually. Super pleased with that. I feel like I was super duper high on that. And really low on loyalists for a long time. In fact, my loyalist numbers really skyrocketed, which I'm feeling very pleased about, frankly. Construction industry expansion is doing just fine. I guess it's only been a couple of weeks. Alright, Tijuana is dealt with. Hey, are you on your way to the Netherlands? Maybe you should come to the Netherlands. Not that I'm really going to have a problem with this Dutch bourgeois revolt, but, you know. Just in case. It's a just in case type thing. If I align on France's side, Russia will... Oh no, Russia's not going to get involved. Okay. But if I get war reparations, that's not going to... It's going to make the war a lot harder, because they're going to need to naval invade, and I don't want that. So, we'll let it be. We'll let it be for now, and it'll be fine. Oh my goodness, revolt in Greece. Well, alright. Army of East Africa. You're going to Greece next, my friends. Oh my goodness. And we've got an Afro-Brazilian separation. Hold up. That shouldn't be happening. Afro-Brazilians accepted, aren't they? Wow. Okay, so this could be a major situation. I am going to have to deal with that. Alright, so we'll deal with that then. Devout scandal. It's been revealed that Oscar de Carvalho of the Catholic Church has been having a secret affair with a member of the clergy. His resignation is being demanded. The very fact that this sneaky bastard thought he could get away with such gross misuse of his power shows everything wrong with the leadership of the Catholic Church. Let me see. I'm going to force him to step down. We'll see who we get running things. Now. We have an ethno-nationalist. Sebastio Black. Cool. Defensive pact with Canada. Canada's kind of a third-rate power, but their economy is decent. Standard of living is good. Do they have any rivals I need to worry about? Not really. How much? $150 influence. It's quite a bit. You know what? I'll do it. Just have a few friends. This war has kicked off. We are winning very handily. So I think the Ejército Portugués can probably relocate to Brazil when the time comes, because they're going to have to deal with that separatist movement. Alright, so we hit the radio production event. This is because we now have those scout cruisers, and those are providing a ton of demand for radios. The production of radios in our factories has led to a boon in employment and profits. Telephones? No. Who wants a telephone? One person talks to another person. Useless. What you want is a radio. One person talks to hundreds, nay thousands. And the best part? They can't talk back. More radios, 50% throughput. There's to spread this knowledge. Niger gets spread. I'm going to say more radios. I like having more radios. Building up a good, solid naval presence. We're working on defense in depth. That's also going to give us a big ol' upgrade in terms of our artillery. We'll be able to have a visual to where we are with the Afro-Brazilian situation once this gets properly kicked off. But for the moment, we've got to wait. Obviously, we've got huge construction capacity now. But the investment pool is still going up. That said, it's probably not going to be once we stop building stuff, because we're going to be using the whole thing. Ooh, Hungarian mass immigration. Excellent. So that's the end of the naval expansion. I can't reduce the monitors because of the secession movement happening. Alright, there's war propaganda. Nice. Secessionists protest. Proponents of the Afro-Brazilian secession movement have gathered for a public protest. As the crowd began to gather, attention seemed apparent among onlookers and passers-by, more than that which would usually be expected at the sight of a political rally. Perhaps the agenda of national independence stirred up thoughts about civil war, or perhaps more likely, it was simply the unfamiliar feeling of finding themselves outnumbered even momentarily by Afro-Brazilian people. Break it up, reduce authority, or let them be heard, extra radicalization. I'm going to have to break it up. It's going to cost me some authority, but that's okay. I can live with that. I can live with the others being a little bit salty. So there's fascist Greece kicking off again. Not super worried about that. It's just the Ionians, and that shouldn't be one bit of a problem. We're still continuing to improve things with France. I'm still... And there is the siege artillery button. Destroyer spreading to us. Greece is already done. Person Senegal claims Gambia. Interesting. Because they're having an uprising. Not going to deal with it. Ooh, a religious revolt in Haiti. I might just get involved in this. I got a defensive pact with the Confederates, but I think I might be able to take them. And there's multilateral alliances. Oh, multilateral alliances gives you reduced infamy generation. That's really interesting. Alright, how's it looking? Not great. And then... I could get a subject, but I would have to fight the Confederacy. So unfortunately, the hour simply is not right. This is the New Angolan Uprising. What an interesting situation over here. On the other hand, the Confederacy is neutral despite... Oh, because they're a vanguard state. Interesting. I might risk it. I'm going to risk it. And maybe, just maybe, I will be rewarded with receipt of the biscuit. Alright, so I'm in there. Army of East Africa can go over here. So, next. Army of South America, we'll put them here. The Ejército Portugués, we'll put over here. And I think that should be everything I need. I'm going to cut... some of the monitors and some of the torpedo boats. For now. And we'll see how things go. I think if the Confederates pop in, we'll just bail. But I don't think they're going to. Because they don't want to support a vanguard state. And the Haitian Religious Revolt is an oligarchic monarchy. Right, no one's getting involved in this so far. I have a bunch of countries I could sway in, but I don't necessarily need them. The New Angolan Uprising is pretty weak as a country, and I'll probably be able to get everything I wish to get without having a problem. So I'm going to do my level best to not worry about it. Colonization is going very fast into Swana now, which is very good for us overall. And he's got 9 battalions over here in IT. So I'm feeling pretty confident in my ability to win, assuming I can get there. Ooh, Latvian mass immigration. Wonderful. Just wonderful. This army is really taking its sweet time getting to the front. Alright, there we go. 5 more days. Alright, shouldn't be an issue. Shouldn't be an issue. And this army is very close. How's it looking now? Excellent. Very good. Force comparison here is rock solid. Force comparison here is great. Everyone is on attack. So I think I'm going to be able to do both of these. This will be great. Get myself a subject over here. That's wonderful. I'm going to start improving relations with the, or nope, that's the other side. Can't, because I don't have the influence. Well, I can go ahead and halt improving relations with Austria-Hungary since we're maxed out. We can go ahead and start improving relations there. Liberty Desire is down very far, which is just fine with me. Or is going down very fast, rather. Which is just fine with me. Not worried about it whatsoever. Pretty solid comparison here. This army needs to be on attack. Whoopsie doodle. This army is on attack. Alright, so... feeling pretty solid about that overall. Sikh Empire is having a peasant revolt, but I can't reach that, so I'm not going to worry about it. And the investment pool is decreasing in size, which is just fine. We're doing good. Almost at cordial with France, which will be nice. If I can get to cordial, they won't be able to go after me about anything, which will make me very happy. Because I don't like it when countries can go after me about stuff. Countries trying to steal my countries. They're trying to kidnap what I've rightfully stolen. Oh boy, we had a front split. Hope that doesn't goof things up too bad. Yeah, all the boys are in default, but that's okay. Visitors from the colonies. Oh my goodness, we're way over time. That's okay. Well, we'll do this and then we'll close out. Intellectuals from Tijuana are visiting our capital, arguing the case their home country is far more civilized than we make it out to be, and that our colonial designs on them are unjustified. It is quite baffling, I must say, to hear you speak of being robbed when Portugal brings you the greatest gift of all, the gift of civilization. The Tijuana gentleman leaned in and responded bitterly, I've seen the ships that arrive at our shores, and I've seen the ships that leave. This civilization you are bringing must be very light, but the price we pay for it seems quite heavy indeed. It's all expectations and lies, send them back immediately. Tensions between Tijuana and Portugal increase. Perhaps there's some value in hearing their perspective, reduce colonial growth speed. We're going with tensions, even if it makes the trade unions and intelligentsia salty. Alright, once we've got sufficient occupation in IT, which we're very close to having, this situation will be done. Trade agreement with Italy, absolutely. And there's the end of the Civil War in IT. That means this one will be basically able to get done pretty soon, and then we'll be good to go. Their war support is going down at a good clip, but it'll be going down faster later. We got solid occupation, but I think we can achieve full occupation, then it's not going to be an issue. You know, things have been a little unstable, but I think basically we're doing okay. Greece is doing pretty alright in terms of liberty desire. IT is doing alright in terms of liberty desire. How is Netherlands? Because Netherlands... Oh, I could make Netherlands into a dominion. That's very good. Alright, getting real solid occupation over here. Oh my goodness. So many events. The Titanic. Jorge Mendes, the petit bourgeoisie, is determined to sponsor the construction of a memorable ocean liner in the shipyards of Portuguese Braganca. It will be like nothing ever seen before. The majesty, the perfect reflection of the light against its 4 black funnels, was sufficient to itself. A number of us who enjoyed the crisp air were promenading about the deck. There's a sense of emptiness that comes over us at evening. The kids stood silent. We couldn't talk after that. The ship, the sunset, the shameless dream of a future crystallized. People will talk about the luxury of the ship, 10% prestige. We should make its construction more efficient, extra shipyards throughput. We have no time for a maniac's delusions. Petit bourgeoisie salty, 2% of labor pops become more radical. Industrialists become happier. That's weird. Can I deal with the petit bourgeoisie being salty? Reduced loan interest rate is not that big of a deal. I'm gonna say we have no time to follow maniac's delusions. I've never had that ship not crash, so I think we just gotta do what we gotta do. An exile at the gates. The relatively lenient Portuguese immigration system has long been attractive to those fleeing their home nations. Recently, Nebojsa Garasanin has petitioned to join the stream of people moving to Portugal. Moving to the United Kingdom. It was one name on a very, very long list, one that had been passed through multiple layers of bureaucracy before being noticed. One fateful day, however, one clerk at the end of his shift pointed at the name and spoke those fatal words. I could have sworn I've heard of him before. Let me see, this is a wrathful jingoist aligned with the Catholic Church? Yeah, bring him in. The fickle crowd, the populous base of the rural focus, turned against supporting foreign entanglements. Pressure from within has led the group to distance themselves from the anti-British association. Luso-Brazilian needs first. The people say no to foreign entanglements and no to foreign treaties. Prosperity at home or chaos abroad. No foreign power could successfully attack a fortified, united kingdom. It was a mistake to rely on them, or let's steer clear of these populist ideals. I'm going to go with the first one. I don't need an anti-British association anyway, and I don't need more groups in it. Alright, I'm going to see if I can win this thing. Gosh darn it. No. Main army. To there. We'll send other armies to the secondary. I just kind of want to get this war done. Don't want to invest in the Nejid. Not No offense, it's just not my cup of tea. Or Sambas. I'm not going to invest in someone else's dominion. Do they have war support protection right now? They do. Ah, because we don't have their capital occupied, which I assume must be... No? It's Pernambuco. Interesting. I didn't realize. Alright, well, we've got it occupied now. And they should be falling in war support. Beautiful. Alright, so just a couple more weeks. And then we'll be rock solid and everything will be fine. And we'll be back to being a United Kingdom, which is the thing we're coming here to be. Actually, we're ready to do it now. Propose. Alright. That is the end of the episode. My nerds, I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I'll see you on the other side.